Hi everyone, I see a few of you joining tonight. I'm going to give it just a few minutes to let others join in. I had to push my live back to 8 o'clock tonight. Just lots going on today and a few updates for you. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes to let people join in and then we'll get started. Those of you that are with me, happy, let's see, what is it tonight? Oh my gosh, it's pretty bad when you don't even know what day of the week it is. Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope you all had a great day today. Let me know where you're watching from. I love seeing the different cities, people from around the state joining in. So as I give it just a few minutes, Wisconsin. Oh my gosh, Jeanette, you're with us from Wisconsin. Love it. I'm working with a few other states around the Midwest and the East Coast, working to help get you guys unlocked just like our state. So let me know where you're watching from tonight while we wait and give it just a few minutes for a few other people to hop on this live with some updates for you guys. We have a few different things to cover today, some really interesting things happening that I didn't see coming today. So, hi David, nice to see you there. Beth, Cindy, Canada, love it. Love it when our international friends join us. All right, in Ohio, Joanna from Ohio. All right, it looks like I have a good group of you. Lisa in Clarksville. That's a great name. Okay, so it looks like there's a good group of you. Let's go ahead and get started. There were some real interesting developments today, and I did promise that I would be going live tonight to talk to you about our Miosha conversation. And that really was quite interesting because what happened today, I really didn't see coming. Although it shouldn't surprise me. And Kristen, Megan, those of you who know Kristen, Megan, and I, it's funny because people have been calling us the dynamic duo, and I think I'm going to take that name and own it. But we really were prepared for quite a conversation with Miosha. And really what happened, you guys, is they blocked us. So there were 3 of us that were prepared, fully prepared to hit them with some of the questions about working out, exercising in masks, about kids in sports in masks. And we had our information, we had our stats, the data, the science, all the studies. It's all on our side, right? That shows it's incredibly dangerous to be exercising, whether you're an adult or a child, in face masks without being able to get enough oxygen. It affects several different areas of the body and systems of the body in a very detrimental way. People have died because of it. So we were prepared to take OSHA on at their coffee with Miosha that they were doing today. They had one of their senior industrial hygienists on the call who did nothing but sing the praises of the mask and how wonderful the mask is and how we all need to be masking up while we're exercising, while we're playing sports, doesn't matter. So we came prepared. We submitted all of our questions. They did not take live calls. They stopped the live calls. And then they had a moderator screening every question. So wouldn't you know it, the 3 of us that had very relevant questions that came at them prepared with the tests, with the data, because of course they have no data, they have no science, they have nothing backing them up other than just what the governor says. And so we were not allowed to get through. And at the end of the basically just presentation, because they would not allow live phone calls today, I think they were ready for us, to be honest with you. And at the end of the presentation, they basically said, well, that's all the questions that we have for today. And we were all like, what? So they wouldn't allow our questions. Moderators would not allow our questions to get through. So that's okay. You guys know us. You know Kristen and I. We are not going to take no for an answer. We are going to go hit them directly. We will be, I've got their numbers on speed dial. It's not like, and so does Kristen, it's not like we don't know where to find them. It's just that you guys have to understand what's going on with OSHA, and then within these states, some of the states that have their own state plans, is they are being weaponized by the governor. So the director is hired and appointed by the governor, and the governor is their boss. So what would you expect them to say? Although it is particularly egregious when they turn on their own historical standards, and the very agency that exists to protect you, workers in the workplace. I'm not talking about kids right now because OSHA only exists to protect workers in the workplace. But when the very agency that is supposed to protect you from employer mandates that make your workplace or your work environment unsafe or unhealthy now turns on you and is requiring you to do everything that is not safe and not healthy, where does that leave you to turn? So I posted, both Kristen and I posted a very interesting conversation today that if you guys go back on our post and you look, we posted a conversation that an employee of Amazon had with an employee from OSHA. And I would really encourage you to go listen to that conversation, because this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with an agency full of employees, OSHA, who know this is not right, but their hands are tied. What are they supposed to do? So it's those in the upper echelons that I really take issue with, because they know better. And yeah, they might lose their job if they stand up and fight for worker safety and health, if they fight for what they know is right. But that's the right thing to do. That's where, you know, these are the times that try men's souls, right? And what do you think Kristen and I are doing? We're putting our necks on the line for you guys. We're standing up and we're fighting for all the working men and women out there that are being mandated to do things like this that are very unsafe and are very unhealthy, creates a very unhealthy working environment, while at the same time they're claiming it's for your health and safety. Where have we heard that before? Where's that started before? So just because we did not get through today, just because they blocked us today, and I think they were ready for us, they knew we were coming, that does not mean it's over. It ain't over yet, because we know the channels to get to, we know the people to talk to, and heck, I'm not afraid to show up on somebody's doorstep and knock on a door. I'm not going anywhere till I get to talk to you and I get to see you, because there are individuals within these agencies that must be addressed. They know this is not right, and yet they're not standing up and fighting for you because they're afraid to lose their jobs. Well, that's too bad, because people are dying over this issue. So somebody's got to stand up. Somebody's got to do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do. So Kristen and I are going to keep the pressure on, because we have the relationships. We know those in the upper echelons. We work with them. We go to court against them. We hold them accountable. And heck, we win. So don't be discouraged just because they blocked us today and we were not able to get through. The moderators would not let us through, and all three of us basically were completely silenced. Don't worry about that. This was a public hearing. We will get them. We know where they're at. We know their offices, and we will get to them in ways that we know will work. So I'm going to keep you updated on this. And Miosha is just a symptom of the problem. It's federal OSHA that we've got to deal with underneath the Federal Department of Labor. And we know how to get them there too. So don't be discouraged by that. That's one thing that I wanted to update you about today. We will get through to them. We will get our message across loud and clear. I can't control what they do with that, but I'm praying my way through this, you guys. I'm fighting on my knees as much as I am vocally. I really pray my way through this before I go and I take on the fight physically, because we know the battle is not ours, but it's the Lord's, and He fights for us. So I'm just a vessel. All I can do is what I've been given to do each day, right? But the outcome in the battle really is the Lord. So I've prayed my way through this, and I've just said, Lord, if you want me, if you want to use my skills, my talents, my voice, my education, my credentials, my experience, I will do whatever you ask me to do. But the outcome really is not up to me. It's up to Him. My responsibility is just to speak up and do what He's asking me to do and fight the fights that He gives me to fight, right? For all of you. And so that's where we're at. Don't be discouraged. Please just understand, this is just where we're at. And I'm just updating you on what happened today, and that we are going to take this fight to the next level. You guys, if you don't already know this, I am involved in 2 lawsuits, one in Pennsylvania and one in Ohio, against the states and against the governors. And the attorney group that we're working with against the lawsuit in Ohio is actually got their eye on Michigan already. Well, hello, I'm a Michigan girl. I am just itching to take on that fight. But I'm not the attorney. I'm not the group leading the charge. I'm just the subject matter expert, right, in my realm. There are a host of subject matter experts, and we all have our lane. There are doctors, there are industrial hygienists, there are PPE experts, there are psychologists, child psychologists, and so they're gathering this whole group of professionals who are experts in their own lane, and that's where we come at them. And so the one in Ohio is really the one to watch, because I posted this, and you guys need to go back and look at it and really listen to what Pam Popper is saying, because what she's talking about is the approach that they're taking. The approach that we're taking that is going to be very successful, because it's very novel, is that there is no emergency. Everything is based on a state of emergency. And we've got over 700 pages in that lawsuit that prove there is no emergency. So it's going to be an interesting one to watch. And these attorneys, this attorney group does have their eye on Michigan next. So we're doing a lot. And I know that some of you might be a little bit discouraged and you might be thinking, you know, what can I do? Because I just came from an appointment where the business owner I was talking to was very, very discouraged. And she was saying, you know, I just feel so, I don't know what more I can do. And I said, have you signed a petition yet? You can speak with your pen. I said, you're not making me wear a mask in here. I'm in here and I'm not wearing a mask. And it's all good. So you're fighting the fights that you can fight. You're speaking up. She goes, I can get a whole bunch of people. I can get a whole bunch of people that come in and out of my business every day. I said, there you go. So you are doing something. And I know it gets discouraging, but you guys, it takes a little bit of time. So when it feels like it's the darkest, sometimes that's right before the dawn. So I just want to encourage you to hang in there and keep fighting every day. We've got 2 more weeks to go before we turn in these petitions, right? So y'all know what I'm talking about. So hang in there. Fight the fights that are yours. Speak with your pen. Speak with your vote. Speak by educating others and pulling them into the process, because we're not done yet. And I know that because we're just about to break through, it feels like it's the darkest right now. And people are, I'm sensing that people are incredibly discouraged. So I just want to encourage you, there's always hope as long as there is breath in me, as long as there is breath in you. God is a good God. He's not forgotten about us, right? So we need to fight this fight on our knees, and then we need to take action, because faith without works is dead. So yes, we have faith in God, and we pray and we believe and we trust him. But if we don't put some action behind it, all that faith in the world is for nothing, right? So that I wish I had some better updates for you today, some better news, but I did want to at least tell you where things stand and what happened today. And so we are going to go around the back door and we're going to get them where they know they live. They can't get away from us. So stay tuned. I will keep you guys updated and I will keep you posted as we just take one step after the other and we just keep fighting. All right. So you guys keep fighting too. Keep encouraging yourselves in the Lord. It ain't over yet. And tomorrow's another day. So pour yourself a glass of wine. It's a wine night. Pour yourself a glass of wine and have a great night, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I will keep you guys updated. More to come soon. Love you all. Good night.